You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, let's talk about USA basketball. We have found out how we can watch Caitlin Clark and the USA basketball players play just next week. Just next week, folks. Whole week of games, and we got a way for you to watch. Let me say this to begin. This is going to be very interesting because these games are going to be broadcast on the same network that broadcast Unrivaled. Oh, the compare and contrast of these ratings are going to be fantastic. I can't wait to see that, right? Because Unrivaled teams, hold on now, they're supposed to be sort of like all-star teams, right? That's what I'm hearing with all these stars on these teams. Oh man. I'm going to tell you, wouldn't shock me. Keep in mind, Unrivaled games are like 70,000 to 130,000 viewers. Wouldn't shock me to see 500,000 viewers on one of these games. Maybe more than that. I'm predicting at least 3 to 4 times the amount of viewers for this USA basketball situation. And, guys, don't look now, but Aliyah Boston's little run with Unrivaled, it has put her out for USA basketball. This unbelievable opportunity, and now she's out. Sonya Citron, out. Injury. We'll get to that in a second because, by the way, Indiana Fever PR has put out a statement about Aliyah Boston's injury. Kind of worried about it. Like, is playing in that Bush League going to end up costing the Fever a major, major piece of the puzzle this year? And she's got a huge contract potentially on the line if they get this CBA deal done. So USA Basketball announced today Monique Billings and Ray Burrell have been added to the USA Basketball roster for the 2026 FIBA Women's World Cup qualifying. You see that right there. Citron Boston no longer able to compete. So that brings us over here. Fever PR. Chloe Peterson put this out. Fever PR, quote, Aliyah Boston will return to Indianapolis for further evaluation. Additional updates will be provided as they become available. Can you imagine if we lose her because of freaking Unrivaled? And tell me again how there's not a conflict of interest between the WNBA/NBA owners and this competing league when their own assets are potentially put in jeopardy due to injury? I mean, come on. It is absolutely, positively a conflict of interest. Especially when you start talking about these new wages. TNT Sports acquires exclusive U.S. English language broadcast rights to world-class FIBA men's and women's tournaments. So now we know, folks, how you are going to be able to watch these games. All right, so here we go. Live coverage will tip off later this month with the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup qualifying tournament in San Juan, Puerto Rico, March 11th through the 17th, featuring USA Basketball with 2024 gold medalist, blah, 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 blah. Additionally, superstars Caitlin Clark, Paige Beckers, Angel Reese are expected to make their highly anticipated senior national team competitive debuts. Here we go. Wednesday, March 11th, we got USA versus Senegal, True TV, HBO Max. We've got Puerto Rico versus USA, March 12th, Thursday. That's a primetime game. Of course, I will put out reactions to all these games. True TV, HBO Max. Saturday, March 14th, USA versus Italy. True TV, HBO Max. New Zealand versus USA, Sunday, March 15th. True TV, HBO Max. And then Tuesday, March 17th at 4:45, Spain versus US, TNT and HBO Max. So that right there is how we've all been wondering. I literally had put out a post on X about, how are we going to get to watch this? And less than an hour later, TNT Sports had put out this press release right here. And this is a multi-year deal. By the way, I read the other day that TNT Sports ultimately could end up, I don't want to say be put into jeopardy, but there's some word out there because, Paramount just bought Warner Brothers. TNT is part of Warner Brothers along with TBS. True TV, part of Warner Brothers. That Paramount may dissolve TNT Sports into what they do. In this article I read, there was a lot of different things, sporting events, that TNT has on its roster. Unrivaled was not on it. Unrivaled was not there, and their media rights deal ends next season. After next season, TNT can get out of that. And judging by the ratings, woof. Now, I don't know about you guys. The question going into USA Basketball now is, how much are they going to play Caitlin Clark? Because I don't know about you guys, but tuning in and see her playing for 12 minutes or some BS like that, woo-wee! USA Basketball better be careful here. You want to talk about backlash, and they can always hide it under the aura, the umbrella of, well, Caitlin Clark's coming off an injury. Wait a minute now. It was made very public by Caitlin Clark. She was 100% ready to play basketball. From a health standpoint, she's 100%, has been. That came out for months ago. I want to see Caitlin Clark play real minutes. The starting lineup, gonna be interesting. We all know Sue Bird's involved, Paige Becker's UConn Mafia, all of that. Who is going to be starting at point guard for USA Basketball? It's one of the biggest questions. Woo! If it is not Caitlin Clark, look out. Backlash. Tell me what you think. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're still subscribed. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.